Hi everybody, and welcome to OP Digital Blueprint. You can see I'm joined by my trusted colleagues here, Redfern, and of course you all know Comfort. Everyone knows Comfort, which is fabulous, and Collins will be along shortly. So we wanted to cover off a few things that have been said over the course of the last week or so. So I'm going to give the floor to Red to give us some background, and we'll have a chat about that. Over to you, Red.
Lovely. Thanks very much, guys. Nice to be here with you both, and obviously Collins when he turns up. Yeah, over the last couple of weeks, obviously, I think it was, let me just double check, but I think it was the 2nd of November. We had a new pop-up. What date was it? Let me just look. Yeah, it was the 2nd of November. A nice new pop-up from our CEO. We'd gone a good 3 weeks or so before we had a new update there in the OES, but it was basically letting us know things are moving, and we will have the capabilities of being able to adjust and modify our profile area and accounts, plus removing any unneeded bits and pieces within the ecosystem that we're not going to use. Now, before I go on to the updates of what happened yesterday from Marty and Chris, it really is good for us to understand and realize why the OES has been cleared out of things that we are not using at the moment. Simplicity is the key. It's going to help us moving forward. I've said pretty much from word go when we had the ecosystem back that, in my opinion, and it still is my opinion, I haven't been told anything official from corporate, that this is going to be a kind of holding area until we move into the next phase. And this is where we get the right information from corporate with the pop-ups to instruct us what we have to do moving forward. And that pop-up said that we will be able to modify our profile and area and accounts. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure all of you have tried to edit, modify our account profiles. Mine is completely blank. I'm not stressing about it. I know I'll be able to fill in all the details when I need to, but obviously many people have been contacting Marty and Chris, and so they contacted Ashby Farah a couple of days ago or so now to say we're getting many messages from people saying that they're trying to adjust, modify their profile and accounts, and it is not saving and it's not adjusting at all. Ash came back to them pretty quickly actually and said that basically the switch hasn't been thrown for us to be able to do that. Why? I can hear you all asking. Quite simply, and it makes a lot of sense, is that he thinks it's only going to be taking about a week or so for people to be able to do this adjustment. And he wants to have a support network there available to the affiliates, customers that are going to be doing this, so that if there's any problems, that can be dealt with there and then by the support network. So why aren't the support network there at the moment? Well, they are working absolutely flat out on the next phase of OnPassive. I actually take this as a real positive. And the veil, I suppose, that we've had around OnPassive over the last 6-8 weeks of almost secrecy from our CEO, again, is all by design. I really do feel that part of the reason it is done like this at the moment is because this next phase is so important to OnPassive, and it needs to be done in a way that it's going to have the maximum effect, not just for us affiliates, early adopters and customers, but more importantly, and this is the most important part, that the big unveiling of the next phase of OnPassive needs to go with a big shout behind it. The whole caboodle. And the best way of doing that is to keep stuff under wraps. There's been many, many occasions during our last 6-year journey plus of OnPassive where a lot of leaks have been done, haven't they? You know, things have been revealed way ahead of time. Other companies have got a good idea of what is going on and all the rest of it. I firmly believe that part of this cloak that has been wrapped around our company at the moment is completely by design, so that we maximize the 2.0 next phase, whatever you want to call it, on OnPassive. It also allows the tech team and our CEO to completely concentrate without interference from anyone outside to get on with the job in hand. What is that job in hand? To make sure that the next phase of OnPassive goes without a hitch, that we get off to a good start, that the way that we buy, the way that we get paid, the way that we enter this new OnPassive, the way that we use the products, use the services, all goes extremely smoothly without any glitches. It really is important, not only for the company, but also for the users, that there isn't any glitches with OnPassive moving forward. So as soon as that switch is done, we will be able to modify our accounts, names, addresses, email, postcodes, etc. And we will also be able to modify our alternative emails. Now, how that's going to work, don't know. We haven't been told, but I am pretty convinced that there will be some security side for people to have to go through before you can modify your alternative email. These accounts, as a founder and affiliate, are worth and will be worth an awful lot of money moving forward. And I'm sure that there will be some kind of security, etc., to verify who you are, so that you will then be able to modify your alternative email if you want to. And the last bit of news I have for you is that on today's live with Marty, Ash was in the chat area of their live today, and he put a very nice little post saying possibilities are endless. And how many times have we talked about the possibilities within OnPassive that are going to be available to absolutely everybody in the future? It really is endless. It's where you want to take it that makes the biggest difference. OnPassive will provide everything that you need for your online business, including targeted traffic. The rest is going to be up to you of how far you want to go with it. That's it from me. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you, Red. Thank you. Welcome, Collins. Nice to see you. I know you were very busy, but I'm going to go across to Comfort, and Comfort, I'd like to know your feelings, your thoughts on this quiet period that we've got. I know Red's mentioned this, cloak surrounding OnPassive, and I certainly have a lot of views about what we did in the past to pass information out. But what are your thoughts on this, where we are currently then?
Thank you, Andy. Hi, Red again. Hi, Collins. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's share this and let's do it together. So I just want to quickly comment again on what Red has said. And of course, thank you, Red, for always doing this. People don't know what they have until they lose it. I think you should go a couple of weeks not doing these updates, and let's see what happens next. Why I'm saying this is because it's so sweet. I'm calling it sweet so that I can be able to smile. How somebody calls you in the middle of the night to say, I want to know whether OnPassive is people are already making a bit of money like now. Because I'm worried, because somebody just told me as a fellow affiliate that they checked the OES and nothing is working. I say, yes, not working, because you've not listened to Red, you've not listened to Chris and Marty, you've not listened to the Heroes webinar, you've not listened to the digital blueprint. I think all we need, this is a very old song we don't need to sing again, but people force us to sing. Guys, let's follow updates. If we go to the OES, whatever we don't see, come back to these platforms, go to Julie and Michael Williams, come to Red, go to the other ones. You would definitely know exactly where we are, and that helps. And of course, where we are now, Andy, so much is happening, and something I don't know if I put it well. What I hear most of the times, or the loudest time you hear Ash, is when he goes silent, because you're like, yeah, he is not here. It's about the 5th week now. What is he doing? Possibly on a phone call, possibly checking, cross-checking and checking boxes and ticking boxes and making sure that this is going all right, because his promise still stands. It is a do or die. And when he comes out once in a while and gives us updates, we get assurance and all of those things. So what I get of this season, you can call it anytime, it's a moment of silence. You can use it for reflection, because this is a new life we're about to start. So this is a brand new life many people have never been able to be blessed with. So think, many people are just thinking money and all of these things. Even me, I need it more than anybody else. But sometimes when things wait like this, go back and ask, what exactly do I really want to do? How ready am I to go to, to move on from here? What are my plans? Do I need to change a few things? Do I need to correct a few things? Do I need to maybe go back to the drawing board? You go on Andy's 5 P's, or how many P's? Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Because I think that experience has shown that people can have opportunities like this. They call it 100% success guaranteed, but you will still let it slip through your fingers, because even when it's ready and people are harvesting apples, you will still be asking, calling people and asking when they are ready, because you are not informing yourself. So just do something, get ready, get informed, and do it. I know it's time for preparation, it's time for planning, it's time for reflection. So many people have heard testifying, even publicly, how they are taking care, even of their personal bodies. People are going on diets because they want to physically get in the greatest shapes of their lives, so that when the apples come rolling, they roll on a good body, and you carry a beautiful body around. How about that? How do you intend to live long, so that you take Ash's dream to as far as you want to take it to? You want to be physically healthy. Do something. Just hear what people are doing. Pick just one thing, stick onto it, and do it. And I think it's worth the wait, because we are going to celebrate. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Comfort. I can diet all I like, Comfort, but I'm never going to have a beautiful body. It just doesn't work like that.
You do have one already. I know you.
I personally, I like this quiet time for 2 reasons. Before, as Red mentioned, we've had the information be passed out, which has been twisted. It's been utilized in different ways by, to be fair, some of the early birds, some of the guys that came in when we first started this journey, and they've twisted the information, or they've used it. It's gone on to be passed on to other companies, etc. I'd far rather Ash was quiet at this point and come back with guns a-blazing. And as you said, Red, this has to be right this time. Absolutely right. It cannot do it without that. But Collins, what are your thoughts?
Thank you, Andy. This is a really good topic. Just want to thank Red. Red made most of the statements say possibilities is endless. As mentioned that, and we've been saying this a lot. But when we look at this moment, it is the best moment in OnPassive. This is the best time. If you ask me, from the time I started coming out, and I said, you know what, if you ask me, I said, Collins, which one do you prefer? Do you want to see Ash every day, or do you want Ash to go quietly? I would say quietly, because most IT company, you don't see their CEO. How many times will you see Jeff Bezos coming out and tell you about stuff? How many times will you see Elon Musk coming out tell you about stuff? They go quietly. Even Apple, we only hear, the only time you will see an Apple phone is when it's out. They will never come out and tell you when the phone is ready, what is the functionality, what they need to add. They'll just tell you, okay, get ready for the next phone. 2015, iPhone 5 or iPhone 16. The only thing you hear is the name, but nothing you will ever hear about the phone, the specification. But normally the good thing is our CEO want to be engaged with the founding community. But as the community start to grow to the world, it's like you're not speaking again to the community, you're speaking now to the world. What do you expect? The CEO need to just, take a 360-degree turn, say, no, we will do things internally. Now, if you put these questions to the affiliates and founders, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer work being done and they show it to you? Or do you want the CEO coming out talking to you every day to make you feel good and nothing is being done? I would rather choose you go quietly, do the work, let me see the result. That's what I would choose. Go quietly, do the work, let me see, boom, it's out there. And all of us will celebrate. Sometimes it is always good to surprise people than to tell them this is coming. So, we've seen a lot of things. People asking, oh, the hurricane is there. What have we heard from Ash? It's because, like Comfort always said, our CEO spoiled us. Mr. Ash Mufara spoiled us, He's always with us every time we see him. So that is like you spoiling a baby. Now we're not seeing him, but it's like, what is happening? But the only thing, what I will say today is, Ash has built a business for us, for everyone to be successful. Ash has built a business for all. We can either believe it or we don't believe it. That's the two questions. Do you believe or not? That's the only two questions I will put. From the day you've been in this company, what is your belief? Do you still believe, or you say you're not believing again because you've not seen Ash or because things have happened? It happens in a lot of companies. A lot of companies have gone through this turbulence and they still fly back. But the only thing that can keep you, intact is your belief. You don't have to listen to people. Like me, I don't listen to what anybody will tell me. I believe in what I know. So we have to make that decision. You are either in 100% or you are out 100%. Don't leave your account and then you stay out, you complain. You're complaining for who to come and help you. Red is just doing what Red can do. Mahdi and Chris, they are doing what they can do. Julie, all of these people, they are talking comfort. Just ask yourself, if they were not there, everyone was just like quiet, and then allow Ash to have the time to come and talk, who will you complain to? Because there are times that Red will receive a lot of complaints, Mahdi receive. It's just like you treat them like they are the CEO, the owner of OnPassive, and they have to give you an answer, of which they don't have. They are just founders like you, doing stuff, Michael Williams, all of those people, Julie. So if you go and complain to them, for them to bring you information, analyze it, look at it, keep this community intact, then you are not being true to yourself. You can also create a YouTube channel, start to speak about OnPassive. That's what Ash wants. So let us believe. To be honest with you, the belief that you came when there was nothing, where is that belief? When there was no O founder, when there was no Go founder, where is that belief? We have seen a lot. We use OCONNECT, we use OMail, we use OTRIM. When there was nothing, we believe. Why now we're saying something and we're disbelieving because we're afraid? We didn't see Ash. The company, there's no OES, and the OES bounce back. You believe. You can't be that type of affiliate. If you are a business person, you will fail. If you own a business as a business person and every time there's turbulence, you cry, you mourn, you will fail. The only way you can go is only up. When you hit rock bottom, you can only go up, or you dig your grave and then you bury yourself. That's the only story. You either go up or you dig your grave as a dead person and go down. Then there's no down again for you because you already hit the rock bottom. The only thing you need to do is to go up with resilience and belief and faith, hard work, determination. You will get to the mountaintop. That's exactly what our CEO is doing. And that is exactly what we should do. Believing in this company, believing in what he is doing, believing that our future is guaranteed as long as Ash is building this company for us all. believing that there are billions of customers that will come in, believing that the world will know your name, believing that you will make a difference through this company. That is what we need to be thinking now. So I will leave it there, Andy, for now.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Collins. This is a really good point, because, you know, what people seem to have lost is their understanding of what OnPassive is. This is your business. It's what Ash is doing is building a business for us. Okay, he's there to make things easy for us, but we've got to help ourselves, guys. And there are so many people. I'm starting to get calls. What do I do? I've lost my alternative email. The best thing to do is to go back to the alternative email. I know a lot of people have got a lot of accounts, and it's really just signing in. I even received a message from Google the other day, your accounts are about to become inactive. I went, oh, haven't used that one for a while, best go in and sort it out. So make sure that all your accounts are still open. Red made the point earlier on that it might be possible at some point in the future to be able to switch that, but this is not a given, and that you're going to have to jump through hoops if you're going to go down that route, because you've got to prove who you are, etc., etc. This is your business. Each position that you hold is a business and should be treated as such, and none of this negativity. Ash said it before. Giving a negative thought, making it real by saying it, takes 48 hours to get rid of it, to lose that negativity. So guys, please, let's just be patient here. Red, what else would you like to add?
Colin's had a really good point actually about people who were negative just generally, and I can remember, probably the same as you guys can, a lot of people saying, but we got no products, have we? We got no products and it's not going to happen. And then, hey presto, we had OCONNECT. Did they change their tune? No, they didn't. They were still negative, even when they were saying we had no products. We had a product that we could utilize, we were using all the rest of it. And these types of people will always find a fault. They will always find a reason not to believe in the OnPassive journey. And Collins also made a really good point. I think exactly the same, Collins, that there is an awful lot of people who have lost their zing as far as what OnPassive is all about. In the days before we had anything, we were, I suppose, introducing people to a possibility of something that hadn't been done before, that is going to revolutionize how we do business on the internet. Very similar to what Microsoft did with Word and all the rest of it, single sign-on, all products in one place, etc. And they really got exactly what was going to be done with OnPassive. Now we've moved down the line and we've seen so much more. They've kind of lost their way for the future of OnPassive. Listen, we've had a turbulent time over the last year. Absolutely, we have. But the main important thing, guys, is we're still here. Not only are we still here, the unity of the membership, in my opinion, is stronger than it ever has been. It is rock solid. That core of people really is building up a huge brick wall that people can't impregnate with any negativity, with any adverse words towards OnPassive. Listen, you're not on your own when people call you crazy. You're not on your own when people say, are you serious? You're still involved in that. You're not on your own when people say, haven't you had enough of that already? You haven't seen anything. We get it all. You're not on your own, guys. I've lost friends. I've had family members who have sent me stuff and showed me stuff and all the rest of it, saying, you better watch what you're doing because of this, that, and the other. And like, hey, come on. Like Andy says, you either believe or you don't believe. But if you are in, now is the time to utilize the period we're in at the moment for your benefit. However you do it, we've talked many times on Blueprint of making lists, getting yourself prepared and all the rest of it. It is coming, guys. It is going to happen. And what you don't want to be is in a position when we see that big old green go light sign and it's like looking at the lights turning on in Las Vegas. You don't want to be blinded by it. You want to be able to go stick your foot down on that pedal, bang it to the floor and race off as quickly as possible. What you don't want to do is be scrabbling around for sunglasses because you can't see, finding bits of paper, making lists as you're driving along and going all over the place. Get yourself prepared now whilst you can, because this is the only downtime that we are going to have whilst Ash and his team are moving us into phase 2. Back to you.
Thanks, Fred. I think Gina Lever's made a fabulous point here. How quickly we all forget the massive achievements that OnPassive has achieved over the past few years. You know, the station is a coup. It's in Internet City, you know, where all of the big guns are, and it's not gone anywhere. We've still got it, and the products themselves. I mean, OCONNECT has been absolutely amazing with all its various components and add-ons that I know some of the companies are now trying to copy. But this is, you know, the laser shows up the Burj Khalifa. There's not many companies that do that, and our branding has been phenomenal. So, Comfort, any thoughts that you have?
Yeah, I know. I think I appreciate Jean too for this contribution, because while we quickly forget sometimes, it's because of how we think. And my mind just went to a devotion I had this morning, and there was this statement which I even posted on my WhatsApp profile, which says, "You are who you are today because of what you thought in the past. Who you will be in the future is based on what you think today." So I don't think it's different from what we're going through now. Maybe you joined this business, just say, let me just join in case it succeeds. And as we started going through these tumbling blocks, going through thicks and things, you were like, I'm not sure it's going to work. So if we remember what the law of attraction says, or it means, we would know that whatever thing you think or you say, that is what happens to you. So why not, like, maybe us adopting the attitude of gratitude? You know, let's see the future. Let's just be comforted or consoled or convinced. I don't know if we're supposed to go be all of these things I am saying, of the fact that, like Colin said earlier on, how many CEOs do we know from before now of this magnitude doing what Ash is doing? Just the fact that he comes back and says, this is me. Just the fact that he comes and says, I would be being dishonest to myself for telling you to wait for something that is not going to be. You know, that is so much assurance. That is so much assurance and sign that things are still working. Because when he's not there, he even comes and joins on the chat, you know, and types, just drop a comment to know that even though I'm not there, in spirit, we are there together. So let's just appreciate. Let's appreciate people who can pray for him, pray for the team, because they go through just a lot. We can imagine, after listening to the tech guys who've been helping us within our own community to understand a few things that happen backstage, we have an idea. Sometimes these things can be daunting. You think that you're done. The moment you touch one thing, it goes and breaks the other and stuff. And it's just me. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. So we just be happy. We appreciate, because if you look at what Marty has decided to do a couple of days ago, bringing a few figures to say, I just want to paint a picture of what it might look like. Just imagine that the numbers that Marty is giving out there is for illustration, as he emphasizes. Just close your eyes and think that that is an idea of what you are going to make. There are many people that in their lives, including me, I'm sure, they were never going to maybe make that kind of income. So if you are waiting for it, you are just waiting and piling it up, because the moment the floodgates open, you will even forget. Like Collins would go for the analogy of the woman in labor in the delivery room. When you go through that travail, you know, when you come out with the little thing in your arms, you totally forget everything. If we look at the big picture, we appreciate what these people are doing, we get ourselves involved and engaged, and do just one thing, just watching and commenting here, or do anything at all. That's all we need to do, because when it's time, we will not be the one to announce it. The world will just find out that it's time, because they will watch us transform overnight. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Comfort. Yeah, I think we all know somebody else that's in OnPassive. Some of these guys are obviously engaged and know what's going on, and there are an awful lot more that don't know. So it's our job to make sure that we can pass on as much information as we possibly can to these people to get them up to a level. But this is prime time, as we've all said tonight, prime time to make sure that you are ready for when it does go boom, and it won't be long now. Collins, any further thoughts?
Yes, Andy, thank you. One of the things I was thinking, and the topic we had, and, on OTech Pro Show on Saturday, which says success comes to those who can believe in it. When you believe, you take action, because there are people who say, I believe, but they are not making any effort. I believe in OnPassive, but I've forgotten my password. I believe in OnPassive, but you've never logged in to the OES and even read the update. I believe in OnPassive, but you're not doing anything. Not like you have to go and support Mr. Ash, because sometimes people will think like, what should I do? But I've already activated, and I'm an affiliate, and I've activated my account. No, that's not enough. That is not enough, because maybe some of those people, someone helped you to activate. There are people who have never seen the OES, but they know they are in OnPassive. There are people who don't even know where the wallet is, where the subscription is, all of those things they've never seen, and really ask themselves, why do we have so many things within? What is the use? A lot of, honestly, 30% of the total entire affiliate founders can tell you more about the OES. Your success can come. They say, yes, when you're OnPassive, you'll be successful. That is true. If you put in something and you get above what you put in, you are successful, isn't it? You are successful. But to get to that point of financial freedom, when they say you have time and financial freedom, it comes with your understanding. Because when we said Mr. Ash Mofara built, a company, a level playing field for everybody. Yes, but we need to understand it's a level playing field. Why on a football pitch you have Messi, you have Ronaldo, and some people are still struggling, but they are all on the level playing field. Some are ending more than less. It's just your ability to understand the game, understand what to do, because they've put all of you. The system doesn't discriminate. They've educated all of us the same, but you refuse to pay attention. You listen to the noise instead to listen to the information. The noise around you instead the information. To get the information, you said, no, I don't need the information. I want the noise. And when you get only the noise around you, what will happen? You will grow, but it will not work for you. It will not really work. It is not that field you think. You need to understand what to do. Ask questions. What do I do? How can I do this? What do I need to do to get up there, to understand like Red, to understand like Madi Digamo, to get the same level of understanding? What am I doing wrong? Why are they growing faster than me? That's what we need to be asking ourselves now before we get into that. Success belongs to those who believe in it. That's the question. Success belongs to those. It's a question that you need to go and ask yourself, what do I need to do? What action do I need to take to grow my business? They have built all of us 1.4 million plus. We have our business, we have our shop. Customers will be flooding somewhere and everything will be going. And you ask yourself, whoa, my goodness. They are saying now OnPassive you have 3 billion people on this planet Earth, but why is it that 2 billion are with only 3 or 4 people? Have you ever? There are times that founders will ask this question. It is because when they were talking, you refused to listen. Let us now, this is the time for us to know our business, to be successful, to have that time and financial freedom. It comes with dedication and understanding. not only believe. You believe, yes, you take action with dedication and understanding of what the system wants you to do. It's an automated system, doesn't have a reference name there or Madi Digamo's name. The code doesn't know your name. You put A, it gives you A. You put B, it gives you B. So let us know what to do so that it will give us the right answer and the right everything for us to grow. That's what I would say. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Collins. I think I like this idea, and I love the fact that we can choose our own destiny with OnPassive. We have the capability to provide for ourselves the income that we want to achieve. But does everybody know what income they want to achieve? This is the proper prior planning stage. So if you've got an idea of an income that you want, that you really would think, okay, if I have that income, this will cover all of my costs, my holidays, my cars, my whatever it might be that you really want, then you write this down. Write it down clearly. This is the income I wish to achieve. Okay, now I can break it down. Now I can make things a little bit easier. So let's give you an example. Let's say it's $1,000 a month that I want to achieve. And if I take on a customer, again, I'm going to use just a simple example, nothing more. I'm going to say that each customer who takes on one of the products is going to give me a monthly residual income, and that's $10. Now, how many customers do I want? The maths is simple. That's 100 customers. Okay, so if I talk to the lists of people that I've got, how many of those do I need to speak to be able to achieve those 100 customers? Is it 1 in 3? In which case I need to speak to 300 people to achieve my income. Now, this is without what OnPassive's going to do. I'm simply saying to you, you have a choice. You can choose to let the company do that, and the company may take a year, 5 years, 10 years to achieve your goal. Why wait? What's holding you back? If you have that goal that you want to achieve, why not go and get it? I work too hard. I do a 9-to-5 job already. Okay, it doesn't take more than an hour a day. So you come back and you do a little bit in the evening or whatever it might be. One guy used to walk around with pebbles in his pocket, and he wouldn't go home until he'd taken every pebble from one pocket to the other pocket. But he had to speak to somebody before he was able to move that pebble from that side to the other side. Now, I know that's pretty harsh, and that's what the multi-level marketing guys used to use. Well, and we know that we're not multi-level marketing. But the interesting idea is the talking to people bit. They don't have to be, if you've got your lists of people that you can speak to, and I've broken this down many times, guys with kids at junior school, guys with kids at university, guys who work for somebody, guys who work for themselves, guys who commute to work, guys that work online to work. All of these people, we going to have a product that they will want. Just think about it for one moment. If you spoke to somebody that you know that works in a company with 100,000 employees, and all of a sudden they want to get a video conferencing platform in place, and you've got 100,000 customers now. Now, what's that going to do for your income? So you choose. It's your choice. And it's entirely up to you. At the end of the day, yes, the company is going to build, but it may take 5 years, it may take 10 years. I'm sorry, I don't want to wait that long. I don't know about you, but as I said, it's your choice. Any final thoughts, Red?
One final thought. We've all heard of the saying, I'll believe it when I see it. I say that's absolute rubbish. You actually have to believe it to see it. And that's the difference. We all believe it, and that's why we can see it. It's everyone else who doesn't believe, and that's why they can't see it.
Thanks, Red. Any final word, Comfort?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I just thought about choices when you were saying, giving your usual advice for people to think what they want to do to get to the top really quick. And Red, I remember one time we had this topic on my platform, choices, just as one word, but we said a lot, guys. It's just a matter of choice here. Success is 100% guaranteed. You can choose whether or not to attain the success. How fast is your choice? Do you want to crawl? Do you want to walk? Or do you want to fly, to soar like an eagle? The choice is yours. However, you will succeed. That's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Comfort. Any final comments, Collins?
Yes, Andy. So just believe and take action. That's what that would be my take for tonight. You believe, like Red said, then you can see it. And when you see, take action. Know your business. Learn more, because time is not on our side. Thank you, Red.
Indeed, none of us are getting any younger, eh, Collins?
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Don't forget Red's Lives and also our Heroes webinar on Sunday. Go on, Red. What we can say? When's your next one?
No, mine's always the same. 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK. And I was going to prompt you with Heroes because obviously the grey matter wasn't kicking in.
Yeah, I need to wind it up a little bit. Sorry. Anyway, enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
See you.